Hi guys, welcome to Mythbusting Part 2. You loved the first part and gave me loads of great ideas to try out in the comments, so here they are. If you want to be featured in Part 3, then leave all of your grounded myths down below. Yo, I have a really important announcement. If we hit 1,000 subscribers before August 1st, I'm going to do a giveaway. So, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to win the giveaway, I probably would recommend turning notifications on as well. Thank you very much. The first myth of the day has been sent in by Domingus, and they say, myth, acorns spawn in the tree leaves and fall down. Now, the question is basically, how do the acorns respawn? Do they just respawn in the ground, or do they fall all the way from the top of the great oak tree? This myth took me about 2 hours to get footage for. I waited for a long time, and the acorns just wouldn't respawn. But I decided to walk away from them, and as soon as I came back, they respawned in the ground. So this myth is busted. They don't fall from the tree. They just respawn if you're certain distance away from them, and they just respawn on the ground. The second myth of today's video has been sent in by Terminator Productions. They say, myth, the Salt Morningstar is more effective at killing termites than the Salty Mosquito Needle. The first way in which I tested this myth was by having both weapons salty and plus 35% damage buff. Here, we have the Salty Morningstar, killing the termite soldier in 5.09 seconds. I measured this frame perfect, by the way, so it's exact. Next, we have the mosquito needle, and this killed the termite soldier in 6.24 seconds, making it worse. But I know what you're wondering, why do we have them at the same damage? We should try it with them both maxed out. So I did. We have a level 9 Salty Morningstar against a level 9 Salty Mosquito Needle. First up's the Morningstar. This killed the termite soldier in 3.43 seconds. Pretty goddamn fast. And this is without block cancelling between the attacks, which would have made it even quicker. Finally, we have the level 9 Salty Mosquito Needle. This gets a time of 5.26 seconds. I mean, even the level 6 Morningstar is better than this. This just further proves the weapon weakness is useless in Grounded, and that having a tier 3 weapon that is elemental is way more important. Our next myth today comes in from Baka-chan, and they say, myth, the insect bow does more damage in a minute than a crossbow. So I decided against damage a minute because it's kind of hard to calculate, so instead we're going to see which one kills a wolf spider faster. We start out with the insect bow here. Both bows are max level 9, and I'm using splint arrows to increase the damage, make it go a bit quicker. We're measuring this from when the first arrow releases to when the wolf spider dies. This took 25.08 seconds, which is a long time. Let's see if the crossbow is any better. Okay, so the crossbow has killed the wolf spider in 23.49 seconds. This makes it faster than the insect bow, but both bows have delays between shooting the arrows, so it's kind of hard to say for certain which is better. The next myth we have is from the Armed Bandit, and they ask, myth, can you have juice collect on dew collectors under juice box straws? God, that was a mouthful. So, I have a dew collector set up under the straw here, as you can see. This took me around an hour just to get a goddamn juice drop to fall out, but eventually it did, and as you can see, it doesn't stick to the web, so this myth is busted. However, if you didn't know, I did this again with the water containers in the game, and this does in fact collect the juice, so you can't use the dew collector, but you can use water collectors to collect as much juice as you want. Our next myth today comes from Joystick Jettisoned, and they say, myth, you can also use Poison Nova, Stinkbug Gas, and Gas Arrows to kill grubs. Let's check it out. First up, we have a Stinkbug here doing his gas attack. As you can see, he doesn't kill the grub underground. I tried this for a while, probably 5-10 minutes, didn't kill any grubs. So, this is busted, 100%. Next, I tested it with the Gas Arrows as well as the Super Gas Arrows. As you can see, neither of these arrow types were able to kill the grubs through the ground. Myth busted. Finally, we have the Poison Nova, which is the sleek upgrade of the Mask of the Demon Mother that you get from killing the Brood Mother. As you can see, after a while, this one did work and I was able to kill a grub using this effect, so this is indeed true. The next myth today was submitted by a couple of people, including Fit Destructor, and it is myth. You can power attack with a black ant sword in order to break grass. Last week we showed this was possible using the bone dagger, but let's see if you can do it with the black ant sword. Yeah, this is true. As you can see here, I broke a grass blade with the black ant sword. This also works on dry grass, clovers, and even weed stems. but it takes a long time on the weed stems. I had to speed this up like 20x. Myth number 7 today comes in from Warmaster, and they ask, myth, can an infected wolf spider destroy cracked rocks? As you can see here, we are under the oak tree. I turn off bugs ignore players so that the infected wolf spider attacks me, and then I wait by the rock for him to shoot it. He hits it once and the rock doesn't break, but then after a while, he does his explosive melee attack, and this actually does break the rock. I had no clue that this was possible, but hey, that is the beauty of Grounded. You learn something new every single time. The next myth in today's video comes in from Terminator Productions again. And they say, myth, termites and termite soldiers won't enter the Termite King's chamber. So I headed into the chamber and made sure it was empty so I didn't get confused with the termites that spawn in the chamber, and then headed up. I got a termite soldier to aggro me and then brought him down to the Termite King's lair, but would he go inside? The answer is yes, of course he does. This myth is busted. I don't want to know why the termites wouldn't go in the lair, but they clearly do. The next myth we have today comes in from Mage Matthews, and they ask, myth, does luring a spider to the haze eventually kill the spider? At first, I tested this using a spiderling, and as you can see, the haze killed the spiderling. Next, I tested this using a wolf spider. As you can see, the wolf spider is slowly losing health due to the haze, so this myth is confirmed, as all the spiders do die due to the haze effect. The final myth in today's video was submitted by me, Smile. Myth, you can die from fall damage while using Daredevil. I started by buying the mutation from the ASL, then I built as high as I could in the sky. I was building for like at least 10 minutes. I was so high up, as you can see. I have Daredevil mutation equipped. When I eventually landed, which I sped it up like 10x, it took me a good 2 minutes of falling through the sky, I only lose around 1/3 of my health. I decided to test this again, but first I jumped a much shorter distance and took the same amount of damage. Then, when I jumped all the way down again, I took 1/3 of my health. So, it looks like the way the Daredevil works is it caps your fall damage at approximately 1/3 of your max health, depending how high your total health is. Meaning, you can die from Daredevil, but only if you jump with less than 1/3 of your health remaining. So this myth is indeed confirmed. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave all of your Grounded myths down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next Grounded video.